Well, Costco's controversial shopping policy is officially taking effect today.
Early morning markdown ritual, how the sharpest shoppers win. At dawn, before the store doors slide open, employees quietly update markdown tags around the warehouse. Managers' specials, display discounts, and new clearance codes appear on end caps and in dead zones, but they're not in flyers, not online, and not advertised at the entrance. Early runners, those who show up at opening bell, catch .97 or .00 tags before anyone else. Some stores purposely mix clearance into wrong aisles to avoid stampedes. High-value electronics tucked in sporting goods, crystal vases hidden beside folding chairs, all possible. If you want the best deals, show up early, scan for odd price codes, and be friendly with staff. A tip here or a quick hello there might save you $200 or more a year. Think of the markdown ritual as a daily game, with the early birds pocketing the spoils. Outsmarting the warehouse, the ultimate Costco power shopper. The story of Costco is a story of adaptation, design, and relentless optimization. Fee hikes, secret price codes, the death of traditions, viral packaging scandals, and the return of soda wars make one thing clear. Costco is always evolving, usually for its own benefit, sometimes for yours. If you want to win, don't just shop. Learn the codes, time your visits, chat up staff, use every refund loophole, and never fall for retail nostalgia. By understanding the secret language of Costco, you turn the warehouse from a profit trap into your personal playground. Every successful shopper is a quick learner, a silent observer, and a friendly question asker. Every successful trip is less about chance and more about strategy, agility, and using the rules to your advantage. So next time you hit the bright lights and busy aisles, remember, the game is always changing. But the truly empowered customer can always win as long as they know the secrets. Don't be a pawn. Be the player that the warehouse has to chase. What's your best Costco secret? Fight back in the comments, because collective wisdom is the most powerful coupon of all. Food court drama, the Pepsi versus Coke standoff, and the secret behind the $1.50 hot dog and soda. Nothing embodies Costco nostalgia like a food court slice or the time-honored $1.50 hot dog and soda combo. But in early 2025, members discovered their favorite sodas abruptly switched. After 12 years of Pepsi, Coke returned, triggering ecstatic Diet Coke fans and enraged Pepsi diehards. So what happened? In 2013, to keep prices low, Costco struck a syrup deal with Pepsi. It kept costs down, and that $1.50 combo survived a decade of inflation. In 2024, with the contract expiring, Coke demanded more shelf space and profit. Costco countered with classic hardball and forced both brands to the table using nationwide product polls as leverage. Eventually, Coke offered better terms, and members saw the soda tap quietly rotate brands overnight. But here's the secret. This was never about taste. It was about margin. Every food court item is a hand-picked loss leader, cheap enough to bring you in, simple enough to avoid customization, and profitable enough that your second purchase or sides make up the gap. Even the churros and pizza are sized for minimum labor, maximum turnover. Meanwhile, in the same quarter, Costco ramped up membership card scanning at the entrance, not to keep out non-members, but in response to food court freeloaders. Tighter controls meant fewer lines, more efficient throughput, and yes, better data on what you actually buy on every visit. The lesson? Even the unchangeable classics are cogs in a much bigger profit strategy. Expect more changes. And remember, the classics are never truly safe if the math stops working. Secret value in specialty departments, pharmacy, optical, gas, and more. Hidden at the edges or tucked into corners, some of the wildest savings lurk where shoppers least expect them. Pharmacy. Many don't know you legally don't need a membership to buy prescriptions at Costco. Their generics are some of the lowest priced in the country, even beating insurance copays in some cases. Optical. Non-member, you can still get your eyes checked and buy frames. Ray-Ban, Oakley, Prada. Luxury, but at 30 to 40% less than other chains. And if you lose or snap your glasses, the 90-day return or repair policy is absurdly generous. Gas station. Only members here, but this strategy is critical. Arrive weekdays before 9 a.m. or just before closing. Prices are recalibrated overnight, lines are shortest, and the gasoline meets top-tier cleaning standards, often better for your engine than what's advertised at the local Shell. Hearing aids, travel, tires, all can be awe-inspiring bargains if you time them with catalog coupons and check online for flash deals, which come and go monthly. Every specialty section is run leaner than competitors, less staff, more automation, critical services for loyal members. But those relationships also trigger the best inside tips. Regulars who chat with pharmacy or optical staff often learn about hidden markdowns or open appointments days before the waiting list even refreshes online. The 30-day price adjustment refund. Win after you buy. Buy a giant TV today, and if a week later that drops in price, you're not out of luck at Costco. Their price adjustment policy lets you get the difference back for up to 30 days on almost all items, in-store and online. Just keep the receipt or track purchases in your account. Few shoppers use this trick. Pro members claim it's netted them hundreds a year on everything from a sofa to jewelry. A simple check-in before the adjustment window closes can mean serious money back in your pocket. Set a calendar reminder after every big purchase, use tracking apps for price drops, or even ask at the return counter. They'll do the search for you. For high-value items, this policy rivals a coupon book, but puts cash right back in your hand.
The science of timing, winning with restocks and hidden drops. Every dollar-savvy Costco pro knows the clock is your best weapon. Here's how to decode the inventory cycle. Early morning, 9:30 to 11 a.m., all fresh food, meat, bakery, produce gets restocked before opening. If you value shelf life, beat the crowds and shop as soon as the doors slide open. Tuesdays and Thursdays. These days deliver the weekly truck shipments, especially big for high turnover locations. It's your prime time for nabbing newly released gadgets, rare seasonal items, and those doorbuster electronics that sell out by the afternoon. Weekends, packed, less product, more crowd. First Tuesday of every month, this is insider gold. Corporates schedule special drops for electronics, specialty foods, and once-a-month markdowns. If you see something unique, check the date. Your next chance might not come for 4 more weeks. And here's a final tip. When a markdown first appears, it's rarely advertised. Early shoppers catch 0.97 and 0.00 codes, spot Death Star items, and load up before everyone else. In the evening, shelves look ransacked and managers are just trying to clean up. If you're after the deepest discounts, be the first, never the last, through the door. You can automate your savings too. Set reminders for 2 to 3 weeks after you buy electronics or furniture to check for price drops. You can claim the difference. Or use price alert apps to monitor markdowns. A 5-minute pause nets you $50 back more often than you'd imagine. But there's magic beyond timing in the label you may have been ignoring. Kirkland's Signature, the private label powerhouse with a hidden identity. If you only remember one thing today, make it this. Kirkland's Signature isn't just a store brand. It's often the exact same product as big names, but with the fancy label and advertising premiums stripped away. Here's how it really works. Kirkland coffee is roasted by Starbucks. That's not a rumor, that's public record, and you're saving $5 a bag. Kirkland batteries come from the same Duracell lines as the copper tops you'd buy at double the price elsewhere. Even the packaging is similar if you look close. Kirkland vodka has twice beaten Grey Goose in blind taste tests organized by financial reporters and YouTubers alike. More than a dozen other everyday items, olive oil, frozen fruit, cheese, are produced by world-class manufacturers under exclusive contracts that save you money. Why do producers play ball? Costco buys in bigger volumes than anyone, guarantees shelf space, and trades branding for profit. Kirkland's quality is so high, even employees use it for their own families. and that's the ultimate endorsement. Employees know to wait for seasonal Kirkland deals, Parisian wine in winter, imported cheeses in spring, or holiday gourmet gift sets that appear for mere days each year. Miss them, and you're out of luck until next season. If you plan to try Kirkland and return if needed, you're covered. Some electronics come with 2 years of warranty versus just 90 days at Best Buy, and Kirkland even offers extended returns that beat many big boxes. But even as Kirkland delights, the food court was bubbling with its own strategy war.
Chicken bag catastrophe, PR disaster in aisle 3. It was supposed to be a power move for the environment. In March 2024, Costco ditched its classic clamshell containers for rotisserie chicken in favor of new streamlined plastic bags. The press release: "We'll cut 17 million pounds of plastic waste a year." Reality: the switch instantly lit up YouTube, TikTok, and radio call-in shows. Videos of leaking bags, hot chicken grease dripping through car trunks, reusable shopping bags ruined, furious rants about environmental theater. The theory of sustainability quickly collided with the reality of poor design. The bags, often impossible to reseal, with vent holes that leak if the chicken is at all juicy, could ruin $100 in groceries fast if left in a car for just a few minutes. Even worse, many local recycling centers don't accept the new plastic, making the green improvement a bit of a myth. Why did Costco stick to it? Chicken has always been a loss leader. The company loses money on every $4.99 bird, but the lure drives tens of thousands to the back of the store, guaranteeing unplanned snacks, drinks, and gadgets get tossed into every cart. The new packaging, while unpopular, is smaller, cheaper, easier to store, and gives PR cover for caring about the planet. Public complaints are loud, but the calculation, less cost per bird, constant sales volume, is worth it for Costco. The real secret? Find the largest, freshest chickens by shopping by 11, avoid stacking them on other groceries, and always double bag. But the chicken is only one chapter in a much larger story of engineered manipulation inside every warehouse. The psychology of store layout, manipulation by design. Ever noticed how every Costco feels the same? It's deliberate. The blueprints are almost identical coast to coast, and there's a strong reason for that: human nature. First, essentials like milk, eggs, and protein are always at the furthest point from entry, meaning customers have to pass every tempting display in the store just to restock their fridge. This isn't convenience, it's strategic exposure. The racetrack aisles, circular or blocky paths that loop around, are lined with impulse buy products, sample stands and end caps screaming for attention. End caps themselves are marketing magic. Displayed at the end of aisles, they make items look on sale, even if most aren't. The middle dead zone is packed with manager markdowns, but only if you know to look on random shelves for the odd ice cream freezer, discounted jeans, or mislaid tech. The sample stations? Not just a perk, they're data points. Which products languish untouched? Which ones move fastest with a taste test? Friendly sample staff keep mental tallies. And yes, if you chat regularly, you might be tipped off about rumored price cuts coming soon or buy one get one specials about to drop. Want to avoid overspending? Shop the perimeter, make a list, eat before you arrive, and only buy samples if they're also marked with those secret markdown endings. If you want secret markdowns, reverse your usual path and walk from the back to the entrance, and you'll see everything management doesn't want you to. And even with all this, the timing of your visit can make or break what you save.
Price tags as secret codes. Welcome to the Costco cipher. Those little signs above the products, they're not just for information. They're your Rosetta Stone, the hidden language of what's really happening inside Costco at any moment. Ignore them, and you'll never unlock the true hidden deals. Start here. If it ends in 0.99, forget it. That's the normal price, the default line, no secret markdown. But 0.97, That's the goldmine, manager's markdown, designed to clear stock fast, often with slashed prices never advertised in flyers or TV ads. See .00 or .88, you've stumbled on deep clearance. Display units, open boxes, products management once out the door ASAP. It's the best way to get $200 tech for $90, or a $40 jacket for $15 if you spot it at the right time. Don't stop there. Scan the top right corner for a tiny black asterisk. Costco insiders call this the Death Star. Used sparingly, it signals a product that will never return. If it's something you love, buy it now, because when it's gone, it's really gone. And here's where true masters start winning. Check the date, bottom corner, on every tag. Was it marked down recently? Wait and return for a deeper drop. Been stuck for months? It's about to get the axe. These codes aren't just esoteric trivia. They're how managers quietly clear shelves without public chaos, giving power back to the sharp-eyed, loyal regulars. In a world of escalating prices and shrinking stock, this is the difference between retail rookie and warehouse champion. But even codes can't save whole product lines, and 2025 saw an extinction event that made headlines and infuriated thousands. Vanishing book tables. Nostalgia collides with profits. For years, walking into Costco meant stumbling on tables packed with best-selling novels, cookbooks, kids' favorites, and glossy guides. In January 2025, most were quietly replaced by bland floor space or seasonal gadgets, almost overnight. What happened? The explanation is twofold. First, labor. Books can't be stacked on palleted displays, require restocking, and demand staff time for presentation. In a club obsessed with operational efficiency, that's a red flag. Second, and bigger, floor space. In retail, prime real estate matters more than tradition. Books don't generate the per square foot profits of a tower of Instant Pots or Apple Watches. Officially, the loss of books was justified by labor savings. But the real culprit? Amazon's domination over 70% of US new book sales online, plus the quest to maximize margins, swapping nostalgia for products that turn over faster and net more dollars per linear inch. Fans erupted. Countless families had grown up on browsing those tables. Social media grieved the loss, book clubs protested online, but the numbers didn't lie. The change was cold, fast, and final. By mid-2025, only a small fraction of US Costco's retained book tables, and even those could be at risk if performance falters. The lesson? Even beloved traditions are on the chopping block if they don't maximize efficiency. Don't get too attached. Costco will always recalibrate for profit. Now, let's turn to the most visceral controversy of 2024, the rotary chicken bag debacle.
Costco. The very name pulls images into your mind. Endless aisles, mountains of bulk bargains, glowing food courts, and carts so heavy they groan with every push. Millions believe they know the rules of the game. A membership gets you legendary deals, secrecy is minimal, and savings are everywhere. But what if the entire shopping experience at Costco was more illusion than reality? A mysterious psychological maze built more on subtle manipulation than honest value. The last 2 years have shaken even the most loyal members with changes, controversies, and behind-the-scenes chess moves never revealed on store flyers or welcome signs. Think you know the truth about Costco? How about the $4.99 chicken bag scandal that made national headlines? Or the silent but explosive removal of book tables across hundreds of stores? What about the actual meaning behind those tiny asterisks and price code endings? This is more than shopping. This is a deep dive into one of America's most powerful retail machines, a breakdown of the little-known strategies, controversy-fueled pivots, and evolving secrets that, if you learn, will transform the very way you shop. Let's rip the mask off the warehouse and expose Costco's biggest secrets, past, present, and future. Section 1. The explosive membership fee increase. Trust on the line. For years, one of Costco's peculiar bragging rights has been its stable annual fee, held steady even as inflation raged elsewhere. Members glimpsed it as a badge of honor, a silent promise the club kept while other retailers squeezed pockets. That all changed in September 2024, when Costco hiked their fee for the first time in over 7 years. The news hit like a thunderbolt. Gold Star membership leapt from $60 to $65, Executive $120 to $130. More than 52 million U.S. members faced the hike, most too shocked to even question it. But here's the inside play. Costco's timing was surgical. During COVID and post-pandemic inflation, Sam's Club and BJ's had already raised their fees. Consumer sentiment? Exhausted. By waiting until economic uncertainty and retail price fatigue took hold, when the public was numb to bad news, Costco faced almost no real backlash. They framed it as necessary, a long overdue correction. In a weird twist, most members, even furious ones, simply renewed. The membership model's power was proven once again. But there's a get-out-of-jail-free card few realize: Costco's open refund loophole. At any time, for any reason, you can cancel your membership and get a full refund, even after using it all year. This policy isn't promoted loudly because it would cut into profits if overused, but the psychology is brilliant. By showing total trust, they know most members will never quit. The small percentage of actually leave, dwarfed by a tidal wave of apathy. Why does this matter? Because it reveals how Costco builds loyalty on perception, not just price. Pay attention. Whenever a company raises fees and faces no storm, it's proof their trust game is working better than even they anticipated. But that's far from the only invisible lever at play in the warehouse.